What's going on, guys? Just going here with Random Guys today, coming at you with some more Black Ops 3 Zombies, Treyarch Zombies action, my friends. We're going to be talking about some very interesting stuff in this video. Some big plans that Treyarch has for both the short-term and long-term of Treyarch Zombies, and what's next for Treyarch. So we talked about the fact that Treyarch Zombies is not it's not over in yesterday's video. If you guys missed that video, go check it out, as this video is kind of a little bit of an extension off of that. But there's some very interesting stuff we're going to be talking about. There's a couple of clips I want to show you guys from an interview between PlayStation and Jason Blundell from DLC 3 that I completely forgot about or missed, or I don't know how I forgot about that. But it's very, very interesting. So let's just roll the first clip and then we'll talk about it.
So now this is the third DLC. It's actually technically the fifth Zombies map that's available through Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
Looking at history, my analysis of history suggests that there would be probably a fourth DLC coming at some point.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, what, from a Zombies perspective, where's your head at for this fourth one?
Well, it's done.
It's done. You've already finished it.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So the community always says to me, "Oh, you just have them all sitting on a server." That's not true.
Yeah.
But in this case,
this one actually is true.
for the first time ever, that's actually true.
All right, so as you guys can see, the interviewer was kind of talking with Jason about DLC 4 and things like that. And Jason said something very, very interesting, and he said that it was already done. Now, this interview was, I think, launch day of DLC 3. So as soon as Goro Krovi launched, they were done DLC 4. And Jason also said that, a lot of people always think they have all this DLC kind of like just, already done and waiting to release, super far in advance, and they don't. This is the first time that they've actually been done this early for the next DLC. And it kind of poses the question and raises the flag of why? Why were they in such a hurry to finish DLC 4? Obviously there's no DLC 5 that we know of. So why were they in such a rush to finish DLC 4? Because, the only thing next would be their next game, which is in 2 years, which obviously they're already a year into making. Think about that one for a minute, because it's a 3-year cycle. So they're already a year into making their next game, which is going to come out in 2018. And, so that's very interesting as well. But if there wasn't anything, for the short term as well for Black Ops 3 Zombies, I don't think they're gonna, they would be rushing to finish DLC 4 just to get a head start on whatever's coming out in, in 2 years in their next game, right? Obviously they will start to work on that very, very soon. I think as soon as Black Ops 3 season kind of starts to wrap up and Infinite Warfare comes out, they're going to start focusing a little bit more on, working harder on their next game and things like that. But as for this time right now, why would it be in such a hurry to get DLC 4 out? And, again, I think that poses the... I think it's very, very obvious that they do have something still big planned for DLC 4. Because like I said, in COD XP, at the COD XP panel, Jason Blundell said that if you think you are done in DLC 4, you are wrong. Now, what does that mean? I don't know. Does it mean some kind of DLC 5? I'm not sure. I don't think so, but I don't know. And there's a lot of talk about a super Easter egg once the map drops on Xbox One and PC. So I think it has something to do with that. But again, what is that? It has to be something big enough that they would have to, push, rush to get DLC 4 finished early, so then they could work on this, whatever's left in Black Ops 3 Zombies. So I thought that was very interesting and worth pointing out. So, I mean, I'm very excited to see what there is in store for left for Black Ops 3 Zombies, because obviously there is something big, and it also, again, there's the long term. So, I mean, let's look at another clip right now, and then we'll talk about that as far as kind of more of the long-term Treyarch goes. So check it out.
And I remember at the time, I mean, we're coming up on 10 years now. I mean, well, it's probably, what, 08? Yeah, it's 08 for World at War.
Yeah.
So a couple more years till your big 10-year anniversary. You guys going to plan something big for like a 10-year Zombies anniversary?
What a wonderful idea. I've not actually talked about that, but that's a fantastic idea.
I mean, it makes sense, right?
It does make sense. I will talk about that when I get back to the studio.
All right, so as you guys can see in the clip, the interviewer was kind of talking about the fact that their Treyarch's 10-year anniversary is going to be coming up, which is a decade of Treyarch. And, right now this year, it's 8 years. 2008 was World of War, and their 10-year anniversary for Zombies. I mean, not for Treyarch as a studio, because they worked on other games before Call of Duty. But as far as Zombies goes, their 10-year anniversary is going to be coming up, and asked if they have any big plans, stuff like that. And Jason chuckled in a Jason way. In a Jason way, as in when he you know, they do have something cooked up and planned. And he said that they hadn't, you know, they hadn't really talked about it, but that he'd go to the studio and kind of let them know and mention it and stuff. But the way he chuckled, it was just in that Jason way where, you know, they're cooking something up. You know they're working on something. And I think that also signifies the fact that they are not done with Treyarch Zombies. Now, some people might say, well, maybe they're just going to remaster a bunch of the maps or all the maps or something. Maybe they're going to make a zombies-only game finally. Maybe. That'd be really cool. But even if they do that, I don't think that's all they're going to be doing. I think that it does also signify the fact that there's still going to be, you know, Treyarch Zombies in the next game, new maps, new parts of the story, and, you know, again, this is just kind of branching off of yesterday's video and stuff like that in that regards, but you know, like I said yesterday, Treyarch Zombies is not over. 100% it's not over, and I think if you put all of these different things together, it's not over for the short term. There's still something left in Black Ops 3 Zombies, something huge that they're cooking up, and then there's something in the long term that, you know, in 2 years when we get Treyarch's next game, there's going to be some more stuff. You know, again, there's maybe something super special since it is going to be the 10-year anniversary. But, I mean, I don't know. I came across these clips, and I wanted to really show you guys because I completely forgot about them. And I thought it was very, 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 very interesting. And I thought it would make you guys, you know, happy to see that, you know, there's still a lot of good stuff coming, both for the short term and the long term. I got pretty excited when I realized all this and I started putting, you know, all the things together. So, again, you just got to connect the dots, connect the pictures, and realize that Treyarch Zombies is not over. It's something that they created. It's something that they all love as developers. It's something they know the fans love. It's something that, from a business perspective, you know, makes them money, obviously, too. But it's not just about the money from them. You know, they love it. They love making this game mode. You know, it's a labor of love. So there's all these different things you need to put together and realize that Treyarch Zombies is far from over. It's not done. I don't believe this story is done either. I think they're still going to kind of expand on this story, this universe, because it is their universe. So anything they do, I think it's still going to be connected, still related to, you know, all the same universe or multiverse, if you will. But they're just kind of play around with different parts of it. And again, we could still go off a premise, you know, too. This could be a little bit of a different discussion, but let's just say the fact that our characters still have the blood vials, and I think that's something a lot of people are overlooking. And the characters said, you know, Richtofen more specifically said that the blood vials, he said this in Zetsubo Noshima, was their insurance policy in case they don't like where they end up. They still have the blood vials. They were teleported, if you will, to Primus, but I don't believe their blood vials were taken. So I still think they have their blood vials. I still think that could be one of their way out of a place they don't like. So if they don't want to stay in Primus, they can get out of there. But again, there's so many possibilities for Treyarch to write around this for it not to be the end. And again, Jason said that in another interview that, you know, they're going to leave Revelations in a sense where if they want to end the timeline there, they can. But if they want to expand off of it, you know, at some point they can. You know, it doesn't mean they will in the next map, in the next game. They could wait a couple games down the road. But they have the ability because, like I said, I still believe the characters have the blood vials. I mean, we could still see something to do with Primus in that era of the timeline where we're going to be fighting as Primus with the original stabs. Maybe in the next game. I don't know. But I still believe there's something huge in that sense. So, you know, there's so many different possibilities. There's ways to get around this. There's ways they can write, you know, different things. They can fill in gaps. They can continue the story past Revelations. And, yeah, so, I mean, that's going to wrap up this video. I'm going to leave it at that. But just think about those few things. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know if you guys are excited. Because obviously there's something big, both for the short term and the long term. Very exciting stuff. I cannot wait. I apologize if this was a lengthy video. But hopefully you guys, you know, listen to it all. Because there's a lot to take from it. And a lot to get excited for. So again, if you guys enjoyed the video, please smack the like button, subscribe, the comment, share, and all that awesome stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video, and like always, until then, game on. Darkness taking over.